Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Production channel here at YouTube, and welcome to Album of the Week number 9. So, for this week's spotlight is, as you can see by the cover and by the title, is Glory Road from Gillan, which of course was Ian Gillan's band's second album. The 1980 follow-up to 1979's Mr. Universe. What really can be said about Glory Road? I've talked about Gillan before, especially earlier this year, like back in January, because I had gotten that the albums collection or something like that, box set. Which I had gotten that for like Christmas and stuff, and that was just a really cool present, a real cool gift. But still, and it was a great way to really check out Gillan's stuff, at least with this band that was outside of Deep Purple. So, Glory Road, of course, was definitely not nearly as different as Mr. Universe, but they definitely even, I think, in some ways stepped it up. It was, this time, even heavier than the Mr. Universe sound, especially with songs such as Unchain Your Brain, Are You Sure, and Running White-Faced City Boy. Even the song Sleeping on the Job is a pretty cool rocker, but of course, it's definitely still pretty experimental, time and time again, being definitely one of the more commercial-sounding tracks on here. And of course, even the song If You Believe in Me, which is kind of bluesy, more bluesier. And a song like Nervous is kind of something you even expected, like with Deep Purple. It's actually kind of similar to the song No One Came off the Fireball album. And some of the sound is kind of similar in some ways to Fireball, but maybe an albeit a little heavier, but nothing to take away from Fireball. That was a killer album from Deep Purple. But here they definitely, Gillan definitely brought some really great writing. But with all the good songs that are on Glory Road, I don't think none of them come as close to the brilliance that is on The Rocks. I remember getting the Rocket Cotton Steel compilation, and the song was on there, but it was kind of shortened because it kind of misses the intro, the sort of atmospheric intro or so, with even Colin Towns' keyboard playing. It's missing, kind of like, it's like an edited version, kind of like what happened with the song Speed King. Definitely, it's kind of similar with what happened with that track, but here on the album, this is the best version. It's when it's just played in its full entirety, everything just builds up. Just a killer track, and really one of the finest songs that Deep Purple never recorded. Just a really great track. Definitely one for those who are even into like bands such as Uriah Heep, and that's definitely something you get. But the thing is, Ian Gillan came from a band that definitely, inspired and spearheaded that sound. Both Deep Purple and Uriah Heep were definitely pioneers of that sort of organ-laced, based hard rock, or heavy rock or stuff like that. Gillan just expands on that. But this time, bringing in a bit more of that new wave or British heavy metal sound, definitely, which is very due to the fact with the musicians that are on board. Like you got Bernie Torme, you got John McCoy on board, of course, who had who's bass player, played with Samson on their first album, Survivors. But just, and of course you also got, I think Colin Townsend, I think, didn't come from any other band, but as far as I know of. But definitely Bernie Tormé and John McCoy are definitely the two of the musicians here that definitely played with new wave or British heavy metal bands. And that's definitely something with Gillan. It's very new wave or British heavy metal laced. It's got that sound. And even Samson, speaking to them and coming back to them, the Head On album was actually recorded at pretty much at the same studio Gillan was recording their music. I think Kingsway, was, I don't know. And again, I could be wrong. I'm probably talking up my ass. Yeah, I'm correct. I had to go check the back of my Gillan album sleeves to get it correct on the studio where Gillan, the band, recorded their albums, and of course it was all recorded at Kingsway Studios. Which is of course where Head On by Samson was recorded at, which is where I was, talking about here. Anyways, sorry for all the sidetracking. This is just a killer album. If you've never checked out this album, this is why I'm spotlighting it this week, because it is definitely worth, it's definitely worth spotlighting, because I think it's definitely a killer album, and it is one of those, if you're into Deep Purple and never checked out this album, you have to. You definitely have to. Actually, any of Gillan's albums are definitely worth checking out. You can still get the whole box set, which of course is, since I have it right next to me, is of course the album collection. Just killer stuff. So until then, hope you enjoy. Hope you like this this spot. I hope you like this album pick for this week. So until then, this is Every Thrash. I say I'm out, and I'm still see you here within the week, because I'll be doing reviews still. So, and also I have to definitely add in this, for the reason why I haven't did another album versus album is because no one hasn't picked the album which they like, which of course the album versus album that's still up right now is the album between Rose Tattoo's Pain and Airborne's Breaking Out of Hell, and no one's picked an album yet. No one has. So if anyone has ever listened to those two albums, definitely please go on to there and actually pick or so I can at least come up with a winner, because I have yet to, and right now it seems to be staying up. And if no one has yet to even listen to those, you don't have to even listen to it. I can just end that little contest right there and start up a new one. And that'll probably be at least by January, if that'll be the default. But if anyone else has listened to those two albums and actually does have a pick, go ahead over there and actually pick which album you prefer. So, sorry to derail this. Hope you like this spotlight. So until then, this is Herbert Thrasher Sam out. I'll see you again. Take care.